Hello and welcome to my online accounting classes, Financial Accounting 101 and Managerial Accounting 102. I'm going to start by showing you the dashboard in Canvas. Canvas is the platform we use at Citrus College, and you should become familiar with this. This recording is to hopefully give you the tools to be successful in an online class. So whether you're in 101 or 102, and I'm going to open up the 101 class first. Okay. My home page is my syllabus. So what I'd like you to do is to first read the syllabus in its entirety. You're going to need a textbook that comes bundled with Cengage Now, which is a computerized software program that has your homework and quizzes and your exams, and it's mandatory. We're using the 13th edition for financial accounting, and we're using the 13th edition for managerial accounting. Now, it's important to know that you do not need to buy a hard copy. If you are satisfied using an ebook that comes bundled with Cengage Now, that's fine. The most convenient thing to do is to simply buy it from the Citrus College bookstore. I don't really care where you buy it from, but a winter class moves very, very quickly. And if you fall behind, I do not extend deadlines. I assume and I expect you to be ready to go on day one and to hit the ground running. So I would suggest that you simply go to the bookstore at Citrus College, buy the book bundled with Cengage Now, and get off to a good start. You can probably buy a code directly from Cengage, the publisher, if you want. In fact, I'm going to show you on Canvas where you can get that if you choose to do that. So I'd like you to read my syllabus in its entirety. I'm going to scroll through and point out some of the highlights. My name is Robert Smolin. There's my phone number. There's my email. During the winter, office hours will be by appointment. Again, we're using the 13th edition for Financial 101 and 13th edition for Managerial 102. I will let you read the student learning outcomes on your own. And I'm going to scroll. And here's our grading policy. There's a total of 4 exams, and notice I've highlighted no makeup exams. I allow you to drop one exam for whatever reason. I don't even need to know what the reason is. I don't want to know what the reason is. You get to drop one exam. Now, the exam that you drop can be the final exam if you're happy with your grade at that point. Notice the final exam is not cumulative. We will have a total of, I want to say, 15 quizzes, and I'm going to drop the low of the three lowest quizzes. Okay? And even though it says 2 lowest quizzes, I'm going to drop 3. So I drop 1 exam and I drop 3 quizzes. Now, the reason I do this is for a couple of reasons. First, there are times when things happen that prevent you from being able to take an exam, even though this is an online exam and I give you plenty of time to do it. You will also, some of you will make mistakes and get kicked out of the software because you hit the browser back button or you try to open up Cengage in a couple of different pages and something happens. Occasionally there's a glitch from Cengage. More often than not, the student is doing something, and whether they're using their cell phone and they have poor Wi-Fi, whatever it may be, I've just gone through too much storytelling and tears and all this stuff, and I simply let you drop 3 quizzes. I'll drop the 3 lowest scores. I know which ones you want to drop, obviously. There is one quiz that you cannot drop, and that's the student learning outcome quiz at the end of the term. It's 10 multiple choice questions. It's treated the same as one quiz. It's mandatory, and it covers the most basic concepts in the course, and we use this for measurement purposes. Okay, so notice 3 midterms, final exam, which is simply the 4th exam. Each exam covers either 3 or 4 chapters, and we'll see them in the syllabus a little bit later. You will have a total of, again, 15 quizzes, 3 of which will be dropped, and there's going to be 15 chapters. Each chapter has homework. The homework collectively, all added up all together, is worth 100 points, as is the quizzes. So the quizzes collectively are worth the same as one exam, and the homework collectively is worth the same as one exam. So if you take them seriously, that will really help your overall score. And as you can see, the homework, I give you plenty of opportunities to do well. So that should have an uplifting effect on your grade. My grading scale is pretty standard. I do not curve exams, and if the class is doing well, then I do not curve the class. If the class is collectively doing poorly, there will be a little bit of a curve. I'll never raise the bar for an A, B, C, or D, but I may lower it a little bit, but it's not going to be that much. If you are a veteran, we appreciate your service, and we are a vet-friendly campus. We have a great vet center on campus. Please check it out. If you have any special circumstances, you need to let me know so we can help accommodate them. And below, you're going to see a class schedule. And notice what I say above it. It says this is an estimate of what the schedule looks like. For actual exam and quiz times, you will find them in Cengage Now. If there are any conflicts between the syllabus and Cengage Now, always follow the Cengage Now deadline. And I will show you what Cengage looks like momentarily. So you're going to cover about 3 chapters per week, and you should anticipate about 20 hours a week of studying to be well prepared for this class. Notice the first exam covers chapters 1, 2, and 3. That'll be the week of January 15th. I'll show you the dates on Cengage. The next exam is the following week, covering chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. The following week is exam 3, covering chapters 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then you have a 1 week where you don't have an exam, and then the final exam covers chapters 12, 13, 14, and 15. So the first exam is 3 chapters. The next 3 exams are 4 chapters each. That is the syllabus in a nutshell. Most of the information you're going to need is in the modules. Here's what the modules look like. So I want you to click on all of these Introduction to Accounting 101 online modules right here. Introduction, announcements, please read, how to be successful. That's what this video is. Here's a link to Cengage. And then each chapter, I've built in a lot of what's called redundant access modes. So you can access things in more than one different way. Each chapter is a module. And notice for each chapter, I have my own videos, which are on YouTube, and I will show you how to access them. Okay, so the first link is video lectures. That shows you all my lectures. Then I have a direct link to a video for chapter 1. Now, I also have all the homework solutions for the questions that are in the back of each chapter. When we looked at the syllabus, each chapter we assigned exercises and problems. You're going to do all the homework on Cengage Now. You do not submit any paperwork. What I recommend is that the questions in the back of each chapter are pretty much the same questions you're going to see in Cengage. However, the questions in Cengage are algorithmic, and what that means is that all students have different numbers, so they have to do their own calculations. They can't share answers. However, the questions in the back of each chapter in the ebook or the hard copy are what we call static questions, and you'll all be looking at the same numbers. And I've included the homework solutions for each chapter so you can do as much practice as you like. I would strongly encourage you to take advantage of this because this is what's going to help you do well in this class. I've included the PowerPoint slides, which quite frankly I would not recommend you look at. I include them because I use a similar approach for my traditional on-campus classes where I use PowerPoint slides in class. And the students like to have access to the PowerPoint slides. You can look at them, but I do not recommend studying from them. Okay, each chapter has a link to Cengage Now. And for each chapter, I have instructor comments, what I consider to be some of the key concepts in each chapter, and I recommend that you read it. Okay, if you read the chapter and you feel like you have a solid grip, you do not have to watch my videos, although I do strongly recommend that you watch them. I hope you'll find them beneficial. So as I slowly scroll, you'll see each chapter is structured the exact same way in Canvas. Okay, so you're going to have to navigate your way through Canvas. Now I'm going to quickly scroll to the top, and we also see announcements. Now I have several announcements, And this is what I'm going to see. You're not going to see this. But I'm going to release these announcements throughout the course, and you will receive these in the Announcements tab. Some of them I will also email to you as well. Okay? As far as the Hayden Memorial Library, I'll let you explore that one on your own. My home button, again, takes you to the syllabus. And let's just take a quick look at the assignments I was referring to. Here they are. So for each chapter, Chapter 1, they have a combination of, they call them brief exercises, none of which are assigned, but you're welcome to practice those. And we have exercises, which you see Chapter 1, Exercise 4, 7, 8, 9, 11, and 12. And then after the exercises, we have the Problem Series A questions. And this is Chapter 1-2A, which you'll see at the back of each chapter. Again, I have the solutions to all these questions that are in the back of the book. The solutions are in Canvas. This way you can check your answers to see how you're doing and practice them before you go on to Cengage to do your homework, which is what actually counts towards your grade. Okay? So that's a quick tour through Canvas. And again, you need to get comfortable with Canvas. Now, somewhere in here, here's Cengage. So Cengage Now, which by the way is called Cengage Brain. Okay? You have to log in, and so I'm going to show you, I have to go back to Canvas for a moment to show you how to get into Cengage. And so when you do get into Cengage, I just want to show you what it's going to look like. Okay. Okay, so here's what you're going to see now. This is the instructor view. You will see assignments, you'll see gradebook, and you'll see study tools. You will only see your grades for the homework, quizzes, and exams. The study tools, let's just take a look at study tools here for a moment. They have adaptive study plans, study tools, and the ebook. Here's when you buy this Cengage Now bundled, you get this ebook automatically. And again, if you don't want the hard copy, I would suggest contacting Cengage directly. I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. Some of the study tools, and I'm going to let you explore this on your own. Okay, as you can see, crossword puzzles, flashcards, study guides. So I'm going to assignments. In Cengage, here's what the assignments look like. Notice that for each chapter we have homework. Chapter 1 assignment is the homework. Chapter 1 quiz is the quiz. Homework, you have 3 attempts, and within each attempt, you can check your work 3 times. It's a really nice feature for you. That gives you basically 9 times to answer each question. So if you take the homework seriously, you should do pretty well. And all of the homework collectively is worth 1 exam. So that's a lot of points. Quizzes, very important. You get 1 attempt. They are timed at 30 minutes, and there's 10 multiple choice questions. So you want to do a little bit of preparation before you open up the quiz. Okay? Again, I do not extend deadlines. Your deadlines are staring at you on the screen here. You need to be familiar with them. There are no extensions under any circumstances. Please don't miss a deadline. In fact, please don't wait until the last day to do an assignment. Try to have it done a day or 2 in advance. This way you avoid any tech issues. As I said earlier, I drop 1 exam and 3 quizzes, and so if you approach me and say this or that happened, I'll say that's one of your drops, and that'll be the end of it. Let's take a look at what a homework assignment looks like. I'll just pick Chapter 1. Preview as a student. Okay, now it's very important. Read these instructions. This is a computer. It's not a person. You have to do what the computer tells you to do, or you're going to be marked wrong, or something's going to happen that you're not happy with. Please read those instructions carefully and follow them. Start assignment. Okay, so here's a question. So I'm just going to type in some random numbers, which will be wrong. And look, we're going to check my work. It says check my work 3 more times. And as anticipated, they are wrong. Notice it'll bring you back to the area in the book where you can then check it out. And here's what that looks like. I hit the button inadvertently, but it's to your benefit. Okay, so now Go back and do not hit the submit assignment for grading until you're ready. If you do some of the questions, but you don't feel like finishing the entire chapter, hit save and exit. Okay, very important. So then you go back and you make an attempt to fix the number. Okay, so now I'm going to take another attempt. And for Green Mountain Coffee, I think that's the answer. And for Starbucks, I believe this is the answer. So I will now check my work. So notice I have 2 more checks. And hey, I got it right. So now I move on to the next question. And again, as you can see how the process works, you get check my works for each question. And once you've finished all 6 questions for chapter 1, then you hit your submit assignment. That's your first submission. So again, you can see you get a lot of attempts here. So if you take this seriously, you should do well on the homework, which is like doing well on an exam, and that will have an uplifting effect on your overall grade. Okay, so that's a quick look at the assignments. Again, I showed you a peek at the study tools. You can explore those on your own. And back in Canvas, go back to the modules. Click on Introductory Announcements, please read. There we go. Okay, you can see Welcome to Accounting 101 online, and of course you'll see Accounting 102 online if you're Accounting 102. How to register for Cengage, Cengage microsite. So if you want to buy the textbook directly from Cengage, click on this link here. Let's just take a look. Okay, go to this website, and it should work. If for some reason it doesn't, let me know promptly. I will contact Cengage and we'll find out what's going on. Okay, so let me go back. If you need help from Cengage, that's their tech support. My YouTube link, I'm going to go to that in just a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the exam dates. There they are. Okay, for Accounting 101 and Accounting 102, we'll take a look at in just a moment. Okay, there's the Student Learning Outcome Quiz. Okay, so again, I show you the deadlines in a variety of ways. Please, don't miss the deadlines. Let's go to my YouTube link. Okay, my channel on YouTube is called Accounting Bytes. Notice there's no space in between accounting and bytes, and it's B-Y-T-E-S. And you'll see a whole list of videos. My financial accounting videos are kind of in a yellowish. There's me, from a few years ago anyway. And there's my managerial videos. So you're going to have to look at the title of each video. I intentionally didn't call it chapters 1, 2, 3, or 15, 16, 17, because we occasionally switch textbooks. And so by not being linked to a particular textbook, it gives me more flexibility. But you'll notice by the name of the video which chapter it relates to. If we go further down, we have mini videos that are in this format here, which shows me in the little window. And if you don't feel like watching an entire chapter video, you just want to isolate a particular topic. I've got quite a few topics. This is only for financial accounting, though. I do not have little mini videos for managerial accounting. But by all means, watch these videos and hopefully you'll find them beneficial in some way or form. Okay, so that's my YouTube channel. Additionally, on my YouTube channel, you can simply go to the playlist right here, and it breaks it out by financial and by managerial, and these are my mini financial accounting videos. Okay, so you might find it easier to view them that way, but the choice is entirely yours. Okay, so we've gotten kind of a tour of Canvas and YouTube and Cengage. Okay, and here is our Accounting 102 syllabus on Canvas. and you'll have the exact same structure that we saw earlier. So I'll let you look through these on your own. The last few things that I'd like to say is that when you take an online class, if this is your first time taking it, you're going to have to be motivated. You have to get in the right frame of mind. And right from the get-go, you have to keep asking yourself, do I want to take this class a second or third time? And the answer is obviously no. And so you're going to have to put the time in, and there are no shortcuts in accounting. Some of you are going to find this out the hard way. Put in the time. It's going to be a roughly 20 hours per week for 6 weeks. The time will go by fast, I promise. But try to do this class right the first time. As far as communicating with me, email is always good. You can call me in my office, but again, I'll be in and out of the office during the winter time, so email's the best bet. If you live near Citrus College, maybe we can arrange to meet in person. But again, email is the primary means of communication. When you are taking a quiz or an exam in particular, but anytime you're in Cengage, please use a reliable internet connection, and I do not recommend that you do your work on a cell phone or even a tablet. If you can have a landline, that's your best connection, because there are times when weird things happen on the internet or with our connections that are somewhat out of our control. I'll know when there's a problem with Cengage because all of you will email me telling me the exact same thing, and then when I contact Cengage, they can confirm that. But when only one or two of you say I got kicked out, then it was a problem on your end, and I'm not going to reopen an assignment. This is why I allow you to drop an exam and I allow you to drop 3 quizzes. Because there's too many things, and more often than not, whether a student admits it or not, it's something they did on their end. And I don't have the time to investigate all these things to verify what happened. It's not worth it. So please, use a reliable internet connection when you're doing any of the assignments, but especially the exams and the quizzes. Okay? And get this one over with. You've agreed to take a class that is tough over a 16-week period of time. You're taking it over a 6-week period of time. So get in the right framework, get in the right frame of mind, and say to yourself, I'm going to do this right the first time. Otherwise, I will see you again in spring. So good luck. Please always feel free to ask me any questions about content or the course. But before you ask questions about how to, please explore the syllabus and all the links in Canvas, since many of those questions will have already been answered. Thank you and good luck.